example, I go to Oracle. Oracle was the new version of IBM Lotus. Lotus Note, everybody remember Lotus Note was the IBM software?
Lotus Note was bought by IBM.
Oh, Lotus Note, IBM. The bottom line, everybody then tried to compete to what IBM had, Oracle had, or all the different software to manage accounting. But those tools were very, very expensive. Yes, anybody remember how much Lotus Notes cost? Nobody, I'm pretty sure. Because the company that bought it, the company, by the way, that bought the system, has to be Fortune 500, a very big company. Okay? Those software cost 10, 15, 20 million dollars. So anybody that need at the end to use a system, an advanced system, has to pay a lot of money to do it. When Oracle came and SAP came, what they did, they said, okay, we're going to take that very complex software that has many modules, exactly like that many modules, that where the center of all the time was. What was the center of all the software? Finance. Yeah.
Mainly SAP.
All of them, even though Oracle, it's finance. Okay, I never had until today a software that's not. SAP is, Oracle a little bit different because they have database center. Yeah, it's all how the database work completely database oriented, but the problem is it's all finances at the end. Okay? Everybody that built a software like that, it was too expensive, and by the way, who did an integration of SAP or Oracle in his work?
1.5 million just the SAP WM module.
Exactly. So everybody that can tell you, and I did it myself, the first investment I did in SAP, I remember in 2010 or 9, I forgot, a long time ago, it cost me $250,000, almost had a heart attack. And I'm in IT, I couldn't do it. Because the only person that can touch the software was people that was licensed, and the people that were licensed just didn't know how they know how. The only person that you can have still, you can use these tools, you have to use somebody else, a third party, that knows how to use it. This is the problem that all those people use. Let's see if I have a finance and I'm a transportation, or I'm buying a software that's built for transportation, but can never grow out of transportation. Yes? Or I have to buy a SAP that's a transportation module. Am I right or wrong? Yes? This is how it works. And the funny story that exists, this is how the thing has been built over and over and over. The things that when Saldat took the project to build the next SRP system, supply chain, Saldat ERP system, was physically to replace what was done before, to make it much easier, but instead to be finance oriented, it's to be supply chain oriented. And to have the finance has a connection to our main module. Okay? By the way, today, anybody knows how much costs a finance system today? How much costs the license per person for a finance system?
For QuickBooks?
Any software today costs $100 a month. Do you know how much the same software cost 10 years ago? Over $8,000. Yes? The reason is because finance is very simple. You have about 4 basic modules. You have AP, account payable, account receivable. You have the cash flow and general ledger. That's it. Not that much. Okay? And every report you do, it goes according to every transaction you did on your base module. If every base module, it means when I'm working in a specific industry, what I'm moving? I'm not moving money, I'm moving product. Why the product should not be in my center instead to have, yes, the finances being in my center. This is what Saldat is trying to change the way the business is done. So if we need, by the way, to change the way business are done in the world, especially looking at the supply chain in a different point of view, This is what we're trying to do. Okay? And I think regarding going through all the different presentations, you're going to see, by the way, in the next 2.5 days, you're going to see that everything is how we develop the different modules, and all the module is connecting to a central piece, that's supply chain. Okay? This is the things that we will change. The way we did something that will present it, by the way, to change it to the company that's using transportation, manufacture. We have your system. What is the system you do? PLM. PLM, yes, when you manage production. Yes? When people manage any type of production, by the way. When you manage, by the way, any type of distribution. And this is again this is our vision, how our IT should look like. That's it. This is my introduction. I wanted to say, this is what we're going to concentrate to do in the next 3 years, is toward that goal. Any question before you go to lunch?
I want to add something to that, if I may.
Yes.
So I have one question. So do we have plan to in terms of DMS, they call it a distribution management system. This is one of the core products that help the seller or help the distributor to deliver the goods to the customer, to control the distribution. But for sell that we have I think we have a program like DMS means
Distribution management system. This is what we're building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is missing some features like we control the distributor, and I think in this picture we are missing some.
DMS is delivery manager.
Distribution management
Last
system,
mile
not
delivery.
distribution, delivery. I mean,
I understood. May I answer?
I didn't understand.
May I answer?
yeah.
I'm going to answer first by
Yeah.
saying something, and then I'll answer you.
Yeah.
So, Daniel mentioned about building the logistics ERP solution. So one of the key projects that we are working with the Irish government is actually putting the R&D development is exactly for that piece. Specifically for building the logistics.
We're calling
ERP
about
solution.
this is the core, yes?
Yeah.
There's a difference between we call it the module on the side and the core. Okay, because the core, it's what at the end connect all the different portions. Taking the IMB and connect it at the end with the WMS system, okay?
So you're right that in this picture, there are pieces that is missing, right? But the ERP solution that is getting planned will cover all the detailed work of it. It's a 3-year project that has been chartered, prepared for Ireland to start most probably in January or February of next year. So this is the goal. And the reasons why we're doing this is that if you look at the customers that we talked about earlier in Israel, like the Telerons and the Yad Perzols and everything, what do they want? They want us to run everything except accounting. And we're giving them everything except accounting, the same exact concept. Only thing is right now, we're giving them as piecemeal, piece by piece as different systems, right? But our systems are modularized and integrated so that the flows and the workflows will flow through it, which is good. But what we not need to do is that we are recognizing that market need, and we want to take that together and build a holistic solution where it will have the same look and feel and everything, but coming from a logistics environment, not from a financial environment. So there's a huge market need for that particular things, because as Daniel said, accounting is accounting. There's nothing much to it, you know.
Anyway, accounting is worse than that. You can alter accounting. Yes, example, by reducing your IP, you're changing the way IP look like for account receivable. You can change it. Product cannot be changed. So if somebody, you know what, in the basic, when they're trying to figure out when a company steal money from government, doesn't pay taxes, the basic what they do, they say follow the money, see where the money goes. But sometimes following the money, it's extremely difficult. People find loophole in any way you can think. But when you manage inventory, when you manage everything, you follow the inventory. That if you build 10,000 pieces and 8,000 has been shipped, or you have 2,000 pieces that disappeared, or 2,000 pieces stuck somewhere. Yes? And when you have raw material that gets stuck at the end somewhere, and only a portion has been built, it's mean at the end you can know what happened to it. Okay? That system will not build for financial institution like banks, but it's built for any person that use any type of services or product that we can do. And this is the main idea behind it. Yes? Because whatever goes in one end has to go to the other end. And the finance, what it does, it's just like a counter that counts every transaction that happened. Now, they can decide whatever they want to change on the finance side. But in here, you will have the full picture of the way it is. It's creating an auditing on what happened in your company, but not an auditing what happened on the finance side. A lot of companies, by the way, that start, even though sell that creating his own auditing company division, because sometimes we don't know what happened on this level. We know what happened in this level, but we don't know what happened in this level. And this is the main thing that everybody wants to know. You know what? I want to know if I produce 1,000 shirts, what was my productivity behind it? Yes, how long it took me? What was all the different people? Because the bottom line also moving people. It's part of the supply chain. Knowing how many people the productivity have, how much product move, how much raw material left, what's need to plan at the end to make sure that you can do everything that you did, everything that you plan to do already.
What are our main industries? Fast Fashion sell that focus on supply chain for ultimate, for textile, for retail.
Everything. It's mean the bottom line that system should supply everything that move a product. If I know example, a guy that do on services, yes? I'll give you an example. Wedding hall. Wedding hall, you move services because you move food from here to there. Yes? Whatever you do, you want to see it in here. Yes? The bottom line, the wedding hall example, I'll give you by the way a very good example. Something that has nothing to do with production. Wedding hall. What a wedding hall does. They have a hall, but they make food also. Yes? By the way, because it's so simple, you know what? They saw how much food they bought, how much at the end they have people, and they look on the accounting level if they're profitable or not profitable. But they don't look how the productivity work. Let's see, you know what? They said that the product, how the product moved to be much more efficient, how the cost applied then to the thing was done. This is how the product, the cost was applied to the way food was made. Nobody looked at the lower level, yeah, especially on the manager. They're just trying to make it work, and because it cannot be translated in a system, just use the accounting. They look, 300 people that came tonight, I paid that much food, this is what's left, and that's it. They don't look at the lower level on the productivity. The main idea, this is what we're trying to do from a system. And a system that should be cheap enough for everybody at the end can use. Any other question? Okay, are you too tired? Or you didn't understand what I said? Okay.
We are hungry.
Okay, are you hungry? You can be the third point. Any question? Good? This will be our focus. You will see everything that we do will have, by the way, a connectivity to a central database that will be on supply chain oriented. And we're going to have many different modules that will be done for different industries. And the main thing that everybody has to remember, everything that we do is toward the goal. Toward that goal, that we can manage all in one platform. Okay? Thank you.
We meet at 1:45? We meet at 1:45?
You need to add something to it? Or you don't?
No, sorry. 1:45?
Okay.
Becky, lunch?
Unless we be in the restaurant where you have the.
Breakfast, same place, right?
Also